our work here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and in different parts and regions of the world is grounded strongly and firmly. Our mandate, our kaupapa, is Catholic social teaching. And that has a concern, therefore, for the impact of all decisions and policies on the most vulnerable members of our society. Whatever you do to the least of my brothers and sisters, you do to me. In modern social teaching in the Catholic tradition, there are two short statements which I'd just like to read to you because I think they give a structure to why we felt there was a need for a different response at this time and a fuller response. Public life, and by extension public policy, finds its basic standard in the pursuit of the common good, as the good of everyone and as the good of each person taken as a whole, guaranteed, offered in a fitting manner to people both as individuals and as groups. The manner and the means for achieving a public common good, which has true human development, is solidarity, active and responsible partnerships, and that is in public life, partnerships between individuals, groups, and the politic itself. So in our country, Aotearoa, New Zealand, we have long treasured the idea of giving people a fair go. And that's included supporting people both during times of their need and in times in which they are in need of being an active part of the community, times of retirement, times of disability, times while caring for dependent relatives, both old and young. We are here today because the government is seeking to review the basis of the way in which the social welfare system is delivered in our country. As a Catholic agency, we wish to see that all the voices that need to be heard will be part of that discussion and debate, particularly those who are most likely to be affected by any possible changes. We are deeply concerned, however, that the government, in appointing its welfare working group, seems to be, in its composition, somewhat lacking in people who have experience on the beneficiary side of the counter. Added to this, the Minister has, in public statement, indicated that she's anticipating an ugly debate, which we understand as one in which stereotypes of beneficiaries will flourish and maybe encourage greater stigmatisation of the poor and those of need. Caritas and our partners are not interested in ugly debates. We expect that beneficiaries will also be understandably very reluctant to venture into such territory. We are interested in participating in a respectful and dignified discussion in which the human dignity of all citizens of Aotearoa, New Zealand is upheld, particularly people who experience hardship in times of disability, illness, unemployment, or caring for dependent relatives. For this reason, we are very proud to have joined with the Social Justice Commission of the Anglican Church and with the Beneficiary Advocacy Federation of New Zealand to launch today this alternative welfare working group entitled Welfare Justice. We are delighted that a group of distinguished and respected New Zealanders with considerable experience and skill have offered to and agreed to undertake the task of forming an alternative group and therefore writing for us an alternative report. This group includes respected academics as well as representatives of beneficiary groups, people with disabilities and the churches. I'm pleased to introduce you to Mike O'Brien, who will chair the alternative group. Mike is the Associate Professor of Social Work and Social Policy at Massey University's Albany campus. Wendy Wicks, who is the National Policy Researcher for the Disabled Persons Assembly and believes passionately that disabled people are the experts in disability and the most authoritative leaders for the design and delivery of solutions for disabled people. Paul Dalziel, who is the Professor of Economics at Lincoln University and whose research includes education-employment linkages. And Mamari Stevens, who is the lecturer in welfare law at Victoria University of Wellington Law School. The other members of the group are Sue Bradford, who has, as you know, over 16 years experience working with the unemployed and beneficiary organisations and is currently a PhD student in public policy. The sixth member is Bishop Muru Walters, unable to be with us today, and Pihopa Muru is the chair of the Social Justice Commission of the Anglican Church, and he is Pihopa o te upuka o te ika. They don't do it all on their own. We're also delighted to be able to say that further distinguished academics have agreed to act as formal advisors to our group. Susan St John, Associate Professor of Economics at Auckland University, and Cindy Kiro, who is the former Commissioner for Children and now Associate Professor of Public Health at Massey University, and Deborah Morris Travers, who is the Advocacy Manager for Barnardo's and the former Minister of Youth Affairs, have all agreed to be advisors to this alternative working group. Today, the Beneficiary Advocacy Federation, the Anglican Social Justice Commission and Caritas Aotearoa are commissioning these wonderful people to undertake this task for us. We charge you with the mandate of enabling the voices of our community to be heard in this debate in a respectful and dignified way. We ask you to prepare an alternative report that outlines the best of the community's views and experience, as well as international research and examples.